Welcome to Pull My Focus, Adventures in the World of Digital Filmmaking. We bring you the tips, tricks, and techniques of making great video. And today we got something special for you. We're gonna show you some stuff that we want.
And that you want.
I don't care what you want.
First, we're gonna give you suggestions of things to put on your list, your wish list, that we've used and tried and put through its paces. And then we're gonna talk about what we want on our list.
Why are we doing this? Because it's the holidays or something?
No, now it's not. Now the video's not evergreen. Great. It can only be seen. So after
I can color correct that out if you want. Frank might talk a little bit more about higher end stuff like C100 accessories and stuff like that. Because the primary camera he uses is a Canon C100. The primary camera I use is a Canon 5D Mark III? Question mark? Yeah, that's it.
This is 3.
Yeah, that's it. Not the Mark IV, but the Mark III.
And the C100 Mark II.
2.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead. You go first.
Okay, so if you're a DSLR fan, if you're using DSLRs right now, we use both, but if you're using DSLRs, what I love so far is I got a ton of stuff from Camera. We have a ton of Camera gear, and
I didn't even know it.
You completely forgot about it. We have, but the one thing that I really love from them is the V4 viewfinder. This viewfinder, it's a game changer. So normally you just watch the screen on the back of your DSLR. Well, this thing, you pop that on, you can put your eye, and you can focus. And this sucker right here works great. You look inside the viewfinder, it shields all the sun out. It has all these little bells and whistles, like you can close the screen so it doesn't get dirty. But in the mounting system, the reason I like this one by Camera is the mounting system, it doesn't attach to the camera, it attaches to the base plate. I think most of them do. Some of them actually sticky tape.
I wonder.
Some of them are like sticky tape on the front, which, okay, you just married it to that camera forever.
And how much did it cost roughly, you think?
That was about 120 bucks.
Wow.
But it's worth it, because you're gonna look them up online and they're gonna show you the cheapest garbagey ones. This is the one to get.
So the first suggestion on my list, so I'm starting with the more affordable, is I talked about it in a bunch of videos, and maybe it's silly for me to go over it again, but it's actually a workhorse for us, and that's the newer softbox umbrella. We use it almost on every shoot. It's just a simple fill that works great everywhere. It's lightweight, it's really easy to put up. You can get more expensive light boxes, and we have some bigger ones that take like 5 sockets in it and all this. And it's like 18 bucks for the softbox. We use a dual socket lamp from Limo. That's like, I think it's $14. You can put a single one in there. Currently, we both use 45 watt CFLs. They're obviously not dimmable, but I can, like right now, I'm only using one bulb. You just turn the other one off.
I got one for you.
Okay.
Red Giant. If you don't know about Red Giant, check it out, because they create some amazing software. And one thing they do have is called Red Giant Universe. I think it's up to Universe 2.2 right now. It could be more if you've seen this in the future. And it is a subscription based, or you can pay 20 bucks a month to get an entire suite of amazing plugins for Premiere. There's a ton of transitions. It keeps you out of After Effects. It does a lot of neat things for you, so you don't have to go into the After Effects workflow. Have you seen the VHS effect that everyone out there is using? That's in Red Giant Universe. So I think it's worth the price. We doing $99 a year. You can do 20 bucks a month.
So it's either a subscription-based year or monthly.
Or monthly. I wouldn't do the monthly guy. Or maybe there's also a demo. You can download a demo for 30 days and try all of them out.
Do they add to it?
They do. They constantly upgrade. They constantly update, and they'll throw in some more plugins here and there for Premiere. They also work for After Effects, by the way. Just want to say you can use them in both. So that's it. Red Giant Universe.
A Red Giant Universe effect right now.
Great.
So my other suggestion, because I see this question on Facebook pages all the time and various boards, is what tripod should I get? The tripod we're using right now, the Manfrotto MVH 502A with the 546 BK-1 fluid head, not to be confused with the 9 or 9 or up. Why can't they just
No,
give
they
them,
won't. They won't. They won't give them good names.
Ever since the Model T, right? They were like, let's just, the Eldorado, the Mustang. Like, why can't they call it the Viking?
This would be it would be cool if it was like a cool name.
The Streamliner.
Yeah.
Okay, so we love it. We each have one. So he uses one with the 5D. I use it with the C100. It's not too small. I think it's a nice jumping point when you're using a DSLR and you want to jump up to a fluid head and a more substantial tripod versus the wobbly legs. Like all the other Manfrotto tripods that come with the head, which are really meant for a still camera. You're just sort of making do. It has a 75mm ball head versus the 100, which is for the bigger boys. So it's just the right size. It's not too heavy, it's not too light. So it's just enough stabilization. It's easy to sandbag when we need to make it a little more secure. It's got a midpoint spreader versus a bottom. Most of the time I'm not using the bottom legs, so it's almost like a bottom spreader. We've had no problems with it, and we think that spreader is nice and it gives it some nice stabilization. The fluid head is really nice. It's a big jump from a regular Manfrotto, still photo head to an actual fluid head with adjustable tension for pan and tilt. Wait, I gotta talk about the bag. Even the bag is awesome. Even the bag is awesome. So I had to bring it on a gig.
Oops.
What the hell?
It just fell apart.
It's a cushioned bag, and when I go to put it on, just in the top part, they put some rubber sort of strips so that it doesn't slide on your arm. So the last thing you need is a friggin' tripod sliding off.
I have to admit, I use that bag for other things too.
Yeah.
We built a light kit, so I put the light kit in that bag.
Put it in there.
Because the bag is that good.
So it's around $575.
Right.
$575 US.
Before you scoff, if you are putting a $5,000 camera on top of a $575 tripod, you're okay. If you're putting a $5,000 camera on top of a $99 tripod, you can kiss your $5,000 camera goodbye.
Some people would say
it's expensive.
That's not a lot of money for a tripod, and it's not. There are people that won't spend. If you spend less than $1,000 on a head and a tripod, they're going to be like, "What's your?" I know there are video guys that will be like, you need to up your game. I'm like, we just upped our game. Right. I'm happy with it. So that's our tripod recommendation when you're upgrading from a still camera.
Yep. I got another little bit here, and it's you've probably seen it everywhere, but since back in DSLR land, you might want to use an external recorder. And that does a lot of things. It eliminates the 30-minute time limit, and it pulls the image right off the sensor for the most part. You're getting the raw HDMI, and the thing we use, actually uses for both the 5D and the C100, is the Atomos Ninja Blade.
Yeah.
It gives you another monitor, right? So you now you have duplicate monitors. It's a really nice monitor. It's calibrated from Atomos when they send it to you. It uses an SSD or 7200 RPM 2.5-inch drive. I go with SSD. This is a lot faster. Now you're recording 10-bit right from your camera into, and it gives you ProRes.
Yeah, ProRes, and it's 422
since we're at 10-bit now.
10-bit. You said the monitor's calibrated?
The monitor comes calibrated from
the factory?
From the factory.
Oh,
and you can calibrate it also.
I dropped it.
Let's say you want broadcast quality, right? When they talk about broadcast quality, I need something that's broadcast. You're not going to deliver a compressed format like H.264 to a broadcast, and they're just going to reject it. But if you deliver ProRes 422, then they'll be okay with that. And I've actually done that. I've had to do that when we're displaying some of our stuff in big theaters. They say, no, it needs to be ProRes or better. So I'll end up just taking that H.264 and just putting it in ProRes. Don't tell them that. Also, what's great is it has a lot of scopes in it. So it has your vector scope monitor, it has Luma waveform, RGB parade, a lot of neat things, zebraing, peaking.
Does it have a rectoscope?
Not yet, that comes, I think they can update that with software though.
Okay, great, that'd be good.
So if you want to up your game on your recording externally, why is this important? Maybe you want to color grade. Maybe you want to do some compositing. It's nice to have that extra range from 8-bit to 10-bit. And the Atomos Ninja Blade will get you there. A lot of Atomos products are amazing.
How much is it?
That will run you about $395.
That's not bad. The other section I have is actually video shooting techniques loved by pro broadcast filmmakers. It's on Udemy, and it's from one of our favorite Udemy instructors, Andrew St.Pierre White.
He doesn't even know us, but we dig his stuff.
He will someday.
He will.
Someday, and then our lives will be complete. And he's so important, he's got 4 words in his name.
Yeah.
Andrew St.Pierre White. And soon I'm sure he'll get a sir at the end, because I think he's British.
Sir Andrew St.Pierre White.
But so he's made over 80 documentaries, he's done tons of stuff, broadcast TV stuff, all in England, and he's been in the business for a long time. He's written over 16 books. And this is right from his bio, he's an award-winning author, and he's married to your New York Times best-selling author. Right at the end.
He's so awesome.
By the way, his wife rocks too. So there. He's also well known for, and this kind of ties into his video style, 4x4 roving. People will off-road, with four-wheel off-road, this guy does it in the middle of the desert or a rainforest in Africa, like the continent. So he'll go by himself into the middle of friggin' nowhere, filming the whole thing with multiple cameras, and he'll have his tire will blow out, and he's freaking out, and it's 104 degrees, and he's telling you, he's like, and you can tell how thirsty he is. He's like, it's 104, I've got to change this tire. Birds are circling. They're probably hungry, but I've got to change this tire somehow. And he's like, he's in the desert. There's like nothing around. His videos are phenomenal, and they're really clear, direct, to the point. He talks about the 4 to 7 second rule of shooting.
Right. So the 4-second rule: 4 seconds, change, 4 seconds, change, 4 seconds, change, 4 seconds. I've got 4 shots to choose from.
Shooting coverage and other things. So it's great for vloggers and videographers and filmmakers, where he really has all these techniques down because he's done them in a million different ways. The prices vary. It can be $95 or less, but the thing with Udemy is everything is just, if you don't use Udemy, use it. It's a great place for a lot of really great videos, and just like a video, put it in your wish list, and within a week or 2 they'll send you a coupon.
Yeah,
probably.
a sale or something.
Or they have a sale and all that. But Udemy is the other big recommendation. Great stuff there. When you really want clear, well-made tutorials that have been, they're not vetted by Udemy, but the viewers mark them up and give you good ratings. Now it's our wish list.
My wish list is very small. Mm-hmm. And believe it or not, it's not really techie. It's a backpack by Peak Design. They're a little expensive, they're a little pricey. I'll tell you, the smallest one is $259. Wow. But they are beautifully made. They have pouches for everything, and they include lots of space for your cameras and stuff like that. Right now I use, when we're out on gigs and stuff, and I throw my low pro backpack. Those are great. They look a little like camera bags though. And sometimes when you want to run and gun, you don't want your camera bag to scream, "Hey, I'm a camera bag, come steal me." These, by Peak Design, they look amazing.
You want to look good with a client and impress them.
Yeah.
Money.
That's what I'm going to ask for Christmas, is an official, they're travel ready, they're comfortable, they're really super strong. So I'm going to ask for a Peak Design backpack.
Ooh. Cool. Nice. Mm-hmm. You know what I want?
What's that?
It's not on my list, but it just came on my list. I want a full flag and net set. Because if you look back there, You can
wow.
see that the sun coming through the little window that's above the couch back there. That's super hot spot right in the middle of the frame saying, hey, look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me, don't listen to them. So we talked earlier about the handheld rig that I have. And one of the problems is you need handles to hold it. But the beauty of the C100 is you've got this electronic handle on the side that you use to turn the camera on and off, to set the f-stop, and also you have a programmable button, which I use for display, turn the display on and off. So what I want is to offset that and be able to attach it to a rig, a shoulder rig, is the Zacuto. Am I saying it right? Zacuto?
Zacuto.
ENG.
Why are these names so weird?
I don't know. That's the company name. Great. We'll never get them as a sponsor.
I know, right?
Thanks.
No, I mean the name is great.
That's awesome.
That's a great name, Zacuto. Wow, I'm gonna name my next child Zacuto.
They make really, really cool stuff. Like it's all right now currently like, whoa, it's in another realm. Like I'm gonna get those someday. So the ENG grip relocator. So basically, it's a dual rod front with the ability to attach the grip holder from the C100 and and still attach it to the camera so I can control everything here. So now I can have a shoulder mount, right, that's comfortable. It's I don't have my hand all the way up here. It's a little bit more natural, less tiring. It's not cheap and it's not expensive, but it fluctuates between $300 and $320, $25. So it's one of those things where it's like low-end lens or another Rode. It's like, it's just a bunch of metal, but there's some electronics. There's a wire.
Is it a monster cable? Because those are always expensive.
We're not at the end. We got one more thing.
What's that? Oh.
So you don't. I don't. So here's one other thing. So on the C100, my workhorse is the 24 to 105 zoom, which is awesome. We got it when we got the camera. It's the workhorse, but it only opens up to a 4, which on the C100 isn't that bad because I can, I'm at a native 850 ISO, which is already 2 stops higher than being at the 200, which is roughly the native ISO of the 5D. It's really 160, but we're not going to split hairs, are we? Our Reddit viewers. But I could just jack up to 1600, 3200 ISO on the C100, no problem. But it'd be nice to, it's nice to be able to shoot in low light levels. I do have a 50 millimeter that opens to 1.8, so that's my 1 prime.
1.4.
No, mine is.
Yours goes to 1.8?
Yeah, yours
mine
is,
goes to 1.4.
Yeah, you've got the nifty 50 Canon, which is what I want. Mine is an Olympus that I got on eBay for, I'm not joking, $25. And it's,
it's
and
awesome.
It's amazing.
That's awesome.
And the adapter costs 15, like more than half what the lens costs. So the 50 on the C100, being able to open up that to 1.8 is wonderful. We did a shoot recently at a dance event with just the available light. And you think about it, a dance event, okay, the band is lit, but the lights get dimmed low for the dancers. But this, with the 50, I can shoot like it was a lit space. The shots came out beautiful.
Yeah.
What I'd like to get on my wish list is a 35 millimeter that opens up. So the Canon 35 opens to, it's f2. And it's got stabilization.
That's great.
And it, I don't have to manually deal with the f-stop, even though I'm not messing with it that much if the light level's that low. So that's the other thing I like on my wish list.
Yeah, so remember, we here at Pixel Valley, we actually do client work outside of the YouTube channel. So this is not stuff that we bought and then put away in a closet. We actually use it day to day.
And the things on our wish list are things that we really, really have been wanting, maybe for a little while.
Yeah.
Well, so you don't want to do anything else?
I don't have anything really else. I mean, we could talk about really quick our Amazon.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
Amazon. So, we have affiliate links for the products that we mentioned that we do like. We're not getting any sponsorship for any of the things we mentioned, by the way.
We don't get paid for anything.
If we did, that would be great, and we would tell you someday. But Amazon now, because we've been an affiliate for about a year, they have a new program called the Influencer, Affiliate Influencer. So basically we have sort of a quote unquote storefront. So there's a link in the description to our storefront where basically all of these items that we mentioned and items we've mentioned in other videos that we tried and we say, it's got the Pull My Focus stamp of approval, are listed there. So check out that link, see if there's other things here that we may or may not have mentioned, like super useful things like quarter to 3/8 adapters, or quarter to quarter, 3/8 to 3/8, and things like that. All right, so that's our list. Hope you enjoyed it.
Don't forget to check out pullmyfocus.tv for all our articles and one of these links.
And then
Where's
check out
the
our
link?
other videos.
Where'd the links be?
We're usually bottom right, so they point that way and that way. You've always got to think about the frame. That's what we live in. We live in this box.